Hello everyone, I hope you had a wonderful Easter Sunday. Today what we're going to do is we're going to be creating a butterfly. And what you need to gather is a piece of paper. I actually have a couple pieces of paper here just to kind of protect the table underneath. Some markers. I got 3 different colors. I've got a darker purple, a light blue, and pink, but you can choose whatever colors you want. And I have a paintbrush and a little bit of water in my cup. Now, if you don't have a paintbrush, you could use a Q-tip, or you could use your finger if that's okay with your parents. Alright, so we're going to draw a butterfly. I'm going to start with the darker purple, but you pick what color you would like to start with. Alright, and to start, we're going to draw a vertical line. So we're going to go from top to bottom of our paper and just draw a straight line. Okay, now I'm going to trace around it a little bit to make the line a little bit thicker. Okay, and this is going to be my butterfly's body. Alright, now to make the butterfly's wings, we're going to draw 2 curved lines. And the curved lines are going to it's going to end up looking kind of like the letter B, like a capital B. So I'm going to start at the top. I'm going to go down a little bit from the top. And I'm going to draw a curved line out and back in to the middle. Alright, so right now it's looking like a capital P, but we want it to look like a capital B, so I'm going to start back at the middle where I just stopped. I'm going to draw one more curved line and come back to the bottom. Alright, now we have that capital B. Alright, now butterflies are symmetrical, meaning one side of the butterfly is the same as the other. So we're going to draw the same 2 curved lines on this side of the butterfly, but we're going to do them the opposite direction. Alright, so we're going to draw a backwards B this time. So we're going to start the same spot that we started the first time, and we're going to draw a curved line out and back to the middle. And it's okay if this wing is not exactly the same as this one. That's completely fine. Okay, we're going to do the same thing again and start where we just stopped. We're going to draw our curved line out, and we're going to go back to the bottom where our other wing is. There we go. We have our butterfly's body and both sets of wings. Now I'm going to give the butterfly some antennas, just some curly lines at the top. You could do straight lines, however you want to make your butterfly. Alright, now the fun part. Now you get to decorate the inside of your butterfly. You can use whatever shapes you'd like to decorate the inside of your butterfly. You can use curved lines. You could use squares, triangles, rectangles, stars, flowers, anything. You don't have to make it just like mine. Feel free to show your creativity. We'll do some circles around the outside, because why not? Alright, there we go. So that's my purple. Now I'd like to add in some of my other colors I chose. Now I chose 3 colors just to kind of limit my palette, but you're welcome to use more than 3 if you'd like. I chose 3 colors that would go well together because of the step that we're going to do in just a minute. Alright, so right now all I'm doing is just kind of coloring in some of these designs that I just created. And I'm not necessarily fully coloring it in. As you can see, I've left some white spots, and that's okay. But if that bothers you, if you don't want to leave white spots, you don't have to. It's completely okay. Now, if you don't have Crayola markers, any kind of washable markers will work with the water. If you only have like Sharpies or something like that, the water won't do anything. But you can still color them in with crayons or colored pencils if you have those. Or if you have some paint, like watercolors, and you want to use that, that would be awesome too. Alright, so now that I've colored everything that I want to color, I'm going to use the water to color the rest. So what the water does is it makes the marker kind of bleed or turn into paint. So I'm just getting my brush wet, and then I'm just going to brush the water over the marker. And you'll start to see a really light color come through. Let me kind of move my camera a little bit closer for you. There we go. It's kind of hard to see on the camera, but I can see it in person. This water right here is turning a really, really light purple. And the more I brush over, the more purple I'm going to pull, but you don't want to brush too hard or you'll rip your paper. And this is why I have a couple pieces of paper under this one, is so that it'll catch this water that's going to bleed through my paper. So I'm just going to brush over every color to try to fill in these white spots and fill in the colors. So if you, I don't know if you can tell, but this is a really pale purple now, whereas these are all really white. I'm just brushing over it really softly so I don't tear a hole in my paper, because that's kind of disappointing when you work so hard on something if it tears. You can always make another one though, if that happens. Just use this one as a practice. So you can see now the water's starting to kind of bleed outside of the butterfly. That's kind of cool. So as the paper dries, it'll continue to do some cool things. You'll get some cool watery effects, and it's kind of hard to predict exactly how it's going to come out, but it's kind of a really cool experiment almost to watch and see what happens to the butterfly. And I'm just constantly dipping my brush in the water to get some more water on my brush when I feel like I've run out. You can even trace around the body of the butterfly if you'd like. Trace the antennas. I'm going to even trace around the outside of the butterfly because I want to see what happens. Alright, so now what you're going to do is let this dry. Once you finish with the water, don't touch it until it's completely dry. And if after it dries you want to add some more decorations on top of it, it would look really cool. You can brighten up some of those areas that maybe got a little bit more pastel with the water. And just you can create a background. You can do anything else you want to with your butterfly. Alright guys, I hope you had fun and enjoy creating your butterfly. Bye.